Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just pushing through a cold, so I sound terrible. I feel like I sound worse than I am. I don't know. Do I have that, Lisa Kudrow sexy voice from Friends thing going on?
Oh, yeah,
You
when she
know? She,
licks
starts
that.
singing, and she's all sick. She's like, oh,
You
this is my voice.
you
I got the
definitely
sexy
do.
voice, sexy voice.
Well, welcome to
Welcome.
episode
6!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're already made it to the next hand.
That's crazy. Well, not 10 yet, but so close.
No, but 6 is on the other hand.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we're on the other hand.
Yay!
Yeah, that's good.
Excellent. Yes, we're so excited. We just want to keep doing these episodes. So I love that how our ideas, every time we stop filming or stop rolling and we're like, oh my God, for next episode, we have so much that we want to talk about and share with everybody.
Yes, and we finally actually put episodes out, because so far we've just been filming them without putting them out, so we haven't had any response from anyone. So we're just like, let's just keep recording ourselves.
Absolutely. And for today, Holly has come up with the idea of speaking about overexhaustion.
Yeah, because that happens.
Whatever do you mean?
What does that mean? I mean, we're people, we're human, as much as we don't want to believe that we are. We are workaholics, and we overwork sometimes to the point of overexhaustion. I basically had an audition Friday in Ottawa, so I had to drive to Ottawa for an 11 o'clock audition. So I left at 4 in the morning after having done a show the previous evening, drove all the way to Ottawa, did a 2-minute audition in a room that no one cared that I was there, and then drove back, and then did a full weekend of intensive physical and mental exhausting rehearsals.
I just first want to say that you are absolutely an inspiration, and I'm being very serious right now, Holly. No, seriously, you are, my goodness, a rock star. That is extreme dedication, and I just want to applaud you, seriously. As much as it was only a 1 or 2 minute presentation, the point of doing it is actually getting it, going and doing it.
Yep.
And
I did it.
And you did. I mean, you were paying the price now for it, but at that point, so what do you do? How do you feel when you're working through, like you said, mentally and physically exhausting when you were doing that workshop on the weekend?
I think also art just it gives that energy, it boosts you. It's that adrenaline, that love to perform, that excitement that keeps you going, I didn't feel exhausted while we were working, but every time we would go on a break, or when we're driving back to the city, you could just feel the energy of the car, of us 3 actors who just spent the entire weekend in rehearsal, not saying anything because we were so exhausted from rehearsal. And then I had to work the next morning at 7:30, so it was I didn't get any sleep when I got back in town. I also had a show on Sunday night, so it was
oh my God, you are Wonder Woman.
I don't feel like it right now, though. I know,
your brain is probably extreme mush right now.
Yeah. But I guess it's all about the art, and we push through and we get over it. But we also have to take that time for ourselves as well. Which,
yes.
Yeah, yes. Which I haven't done yet since that weekend, so I'm kind of still exhausted. Anyway.
So are you just saying that the art is what drives you then? Because I find, or from what I've been told, when I am mentally exhausted, it really takes a lot for me to go, okay, Jay, keep going, you've got this. And many people have said to me how they are at their most creative when when you basically can't think about anything else, And it's that frame of mind that you come into, that there's nothing else that's stopping you. There's no other filters coming through. There's no other judgments. There's no other boundaries or anything, if you know what I'm saying. And like, how do you feel about that? Or do you feel more creative when you're exhausted? Or do you just feel, I just need to break right now?
I think it depends, really. For me, it was the work that was in the room that was, I didn't feel exhausted doing, because we were all doing it together. We were all working and we were all on the same speed. And even like, I'm not gonna lie, like the morning of Friday when I was supposed to wake up and hop in this stranger's car, I was hoping that he slept through his alarm, because then it wouldn't be my fault if I missed the audition.
Oh my God.
Like 100%, I woke up, I'm like, I wouldn't care if he just slept through his alarm.
Yeah.
And then he showed up, and we went, but it's that kind of thing that I'm like, I don't know if I can keep doing this, but... And even after rehearsal, I had a ton of work I needed to do that I knew needed to get done, but I didn't do it, because I didn't have anyone there, like, pushing me or also doing it as well, Like, if you have that energy of creative people around you who are doing all these great things, you're like, oh, yeah, I could do it too, but as soon as you're in that...
Absolutely.
Yeah, and as soon as I got to that solemn place where I was in a room alone and I was like, I need to memorize this monologue, I didn't. I closed my laptop and I'm like, I can't. Like, I can't do it. So. We need to realize that it's okay when you don't get everything done. Like, I'm sure you beat yourself up a bit there, Jay. Like, I know you. But I feel like... Yeah, you do. I do. Yeah, and you need to, like, give yourself that leeway of understanding that we're doing art because we love doing art. Like, no one is forcing your hand.
Yeah.
So if you don't do it, it's fine. Like, no one's gonna scorn you for the rest of your artistic career if you don't show up to a show. Like, it happens.
Being kind to your artistic self is being kind to yourself. I feel that you are both, but really, if you're kind to yourself as the person and you're resting and you're taking breaks, and then your creativity, there's not so much of a push to it. And creativity shouldn't be pushed. I mean, the actual like hard mental push of being like, this has to be this way, and it's not funny enough, or it's not serious enough, or it's not this, and it's like, just let it happen. Sometimes you just have to let things sit. I hear you, girl. I hear you. That exhaustion, I think, happens for everybody, and how you use it is gonna definitely, it can only benefit you if you just allow yourself to just go, I'm gonna take this as a good thing. And then once this is over, because there's nothing better than when you're done that show and you're like, I can reward myself now by taking a day or two to just go and have a coffee again, or go and write something else that, and sort of just get out into the world again. And I don't know, I find that reward in it.
Do you have an exhaustion story that you want to share?
Oh, exhaustion. Oh my gosh. I mean, I could talk about second year in university when I was training. Lots of tears during performances, before performances, after performances, but how valuable that is, and knowing how much it takes to really create something that, if you want something that badly, it really does take to that point of exhaustion and the tears and the sweat. When people say like blood, sweat, and tears, I am a firm believer in that. Yeah. Because I'll fully admit it, there were times where I did half-ass projects. Yeah. And I didn't put my all into it.
Yeah, and you never feel good about them.
Oh my God, no. No. The only person that you can be pissed off, and I use that loosely, is yourself. But then I've done some really awesome performances because I put the work in. And because even if you are that exhausted, I'm still picking up that monologue. I'm still running those lines, because if you can still get through that text without being on that conscious, like, oh, I'm thinking of every word right now and I am a robot, it becomes a part of you. And that's when I knew that I was creating my best work, or when I was at my best was when I couldn't think of anything else, and I just did it. It's everything. It does take a toll, and you're allowed to be tired, and you're allowed to say that you're tired. Like, this is another thing I want to stress too. You're allowed to say, I'm fucking exhausted.
We're going to open up that conversation, that forum that we have this podcast for. And why don't you out there listening share your exhaustion story with us?
And you can have your eyes closed, or you can tell us how you slept, after rehearsal, you slept on the couch being like, oh my God, I just performed Shakespeare and that my mind is mush right now. Or whatever. Yeah. Or you lost your mind for 3 days. We want to know everything.
We want to know everything. And then we also planned ahead this time, and we want to say tune in next week to listen to our episode about us being real people and having a social life.
Oh, yes.
Which you know a lot about, right, Jay? You have a huge social life, right?
Oh, yes. Yes, I am the queen of social events.
Save it for next week.
We'll save it for next week when you find out that, yes, Holly and I are, in fact, human beings.
We are. Yeah. There we go. All right.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
You are so special. Maybe you don't think so. If we both took a moment to listen to one another, then maybe we could know what we both know. You, me, and us. You, me, and us.
I hear some sirens on your end.
I swear they're not coming for me.
They're coming for you.
Oh my God, I'm just gonna get arrested dance.
Yep. Done. Guys, you can buy my single on iTunes. Get it. Just go and get it.